everyone, I'm Christina Johnson, Associate Curator of the Fitta Museum, and we have received a number of requests for a Dior unboxing. I'm happy to oblige. The Fitta Museum holds a strong collection of photography by Willy Maywald, who was very well known in Paris in the 1940s and 50s for documenting the haute couture. These images are of 30 Avenue Montaigne, and that was the house of Dior. It still is. It's where Dior introduced his new look in February of 1947. This is one of the grand salons where the collections would have been shown. This series of 3 Willy Maywald photographs date to circa 1950. This image shows Dior's first salon, and next to it, the famed ironwork staircase, the reception area. Traveling up the staircase, you'll see some vertical curtains, and those cover the client dressing rooms. We have one donor to the Fitta Museum who remembered these Dior fitting rooms really well. And that donor was Mrs. Alfred Bloomingdale, Betsy Bloomingdale. She was one of the founding donors to the Fitta Museum in 1977. Here she is, the LA Music Center opening, and over the years she gave many of her couture ensembles, including Dior. It was in 2009 that we celebrated Mrs. Bloomingdale's gift with an exhibition and catalog. This is the catalog. This is Dior 1963, and also Joanna's favorite dress ever, I quote. This Dior dates to 1983. This red gazar evening gown dates to spring-summer 1985, and it was by one of Mrs. Bloomingdale's favorite designers, Marc Bohan, who was with the House of Dior for almost 30 years, longer than Christian Dior himself. Here I've opened the bodice of the gown. The gown looks pretty loose from the exterior, but inside it has the typical haute couture corset bodice, fully boned, everything hand overcast, and I'll point these little X's out. That is what shows the center front. This is the shoulder area, and there are 4 covered snaps, and I'm going to show you what goes on those snaps next. This is what goes on those snaps, one of the largest bows I have ever seen, and I'll turn it around so you can see the snaps that affix to the gown. This is the croquis for the model. It is the hand-colored fashion design. You can see just how that bow affixes to the shoulder area. And this is what Mrs. Bloomingdale would receive each season, along with fabric swatches, to select the gowns that she wanted to order. The Fitta Museum recently received Mrs. Bloomingdale's extensive papers archive, including a series of scrapbooks that she kept every time her name or her image appeared in the press. This one dates to 1985. Mrs. Bloomingdale in the gown, photographed in Women's Wear Daily, May 23, 1985, and they have reported, quote, Betsy Bloomingdale looked like a fabulous firecracker in strapless red with a bow as big as Betsy exploding at the back. I love it. Women's Wear Daily reported on an event that Mrs. Bloomingdale attended at a Paris museum in 1985. Here she is, in the red gown. But oops, Lynn Wyatt showed up in the same ensemble, and couture houses did try to prevent this, but sometimes it happened.